Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peak Week. Peak Week number 2 of the 2025 contest prep season. Thank you to everybody who's followed along for the series thus far. The support has been incredible. Love seeing your guys' comments about the process and just walking through a 35-week prep, and having so many people behind me and cheering me on and supporting me has been absolutely phenomenal. So huge thank you to you guys. We are wrapping up here on what is, I can't even say it's day 1 of Peak Week because it's Monday, and we've actually, we really started Peak Week on Saturday. We started slowly bringing food up and slowly taping expenditure down. So my steps came down from 15K to 10K, which is way more manageable, and slowly have been bringing food up day by day. And the look has just gotten sharper and drier and fuller, and we're super excited for what we're going to be bringing. My weight really hasn't even come up that much yet, so from a fullness perspective, we still have some more that we're going to go. But we're wrapping up day 1 of the week, which is it's about 7:30. It's normally about when I finish up with work, but we actually just ordered our stage package for the Naturalmania. So we got video and photo, just like we had at NBW. And then we're also looking at the Worlds qualification rules, because ultimately that has been the goal this entire season, is to get to Worlds in LA. And that is the chicken going beep, beep, beep. So time to actually go pull that out of the oven. Maybe we'll go do that right now, because again, we are done for the day and it is time to start winding down, getting cleaned up, and getting ready for the final meal. Here we go. All right, hot and fresh. Good. Whew. Blast of heat to the face. And the chicken for Peak Week is ready to rock. I am one to always make sure that the chicken is well seasoned, just like the rest of my food, because honestly, people always complain about, oh, how can you possibly eat the same meal every day? If you season the food well and you don't have a child's palate, you should be able to get almost essentially the same foods every single day. With this as well, I've actually pulled down the seasoning from what I normally do, because normally I mess this thing up with cayenne pepper and paprika and chili powder, oregano, Italian seasoning, parsley, garlic. It's all on there. I've actually pulled it down a little bit just to make sure that things are digesting very, very well throughout Peak Week, because we want to be bringing down any type of GI distress, because basically when I diet, my gut gets all wrenched up with tightness, and I really want to make sure that I'm limiting that as much as possible. So I've actually, the season's going to come down a little bit, and my meals are going to be a little bit more plain, which is fine because they're going to have more rice in them, and that makes them so much better anyway. So I'm going to basically probably just throw this into a container, because the portions that we have each day may change. Usually the protein stays the same until about a day or 2 before the show. But we'll taper up the rice and everything, so I'm not going to prep the meals, because it always depends on the look. We're doing a linear load through this peak, which means that every single day we're looking at the visuals, so my photos, what my scale weight did, how everything else is responding in my body, and basically trying to find that perfect balance of the muscle being full but not being so spilled over. And honestly, that was one of the things that we could have done better at the NBW show, because we just had so little time to even peak for it to begin with, that we ended up spilling over, and my body did not respond well with the travel and all of that. So we're going to avoid that this time by making sure that every single day we're checking in with that. So I won't prep anything all out. I'm just going to basically slap this into a big Tupperware and then call it a day. All right, final meal, wind down is upon us, which means that we have 120 grams of Greek yogurt, 150 grams of berries, and then we have 50 grams of oats cooking up. The oats were pulled out probably 2 weeks ago so that we could dig deeper, and it's very, very nice to have them back in the last meal of the day, because it makes a big, big effect on how well I sleep. So we basically, I'll take the little bit of oats that are over this frozen berry mix and kind of pour it over. It's a bit weird, but you do weird things when you're in prep and you're focused on food. So we're also watching Psych, so we'll also finish the episode and probably just KO from there, which will be the end of Monday, and then basically we'll take check-in shots in the morning and take a look at what the day is going to look like from a food and from a steps perspective. So I'm going to go get the oats out of the microwave, and we're going to wind down. Call it
Jack, drilling continues 24 hours a day and 2 crews on board at all times. One for the day shift, one for the night shift.
Love brokers.
Night shift? Come on, dude. You got the fawns playing against kite?
It says God working in us is what makes us a cheerful giver.
Amen. All right, good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, October 28th, which means it is 2 days before we head out for New York. We're having our typical morning routine here, and it is a rest day. Regardless, we are still checking in every single day, getting dressed up in my posing trunks and putting the Lumi light up and all that. We'll show you guys that here in a bit. But we're also just having our typical morning routine, which means that Megan's going to leave for work here in 10 minutes or so, about 8 o'clock. And normally that means that breakfast is served at about 7:30? Yeah?
Yeah, around 7:30.
Mm-hmm. And then what do you typically do while I'm cooking up breakfast and everything?
Usually finishing getting ready. I like to get my Bible out. We have all of our books and Bibles and journals back there.
Oh, I should show them the journal that you gave me. So she gave me this for my birthday, and it is the journal. So we take these with us every Sunday to church, and it has inside of it the verse for Ember Physique, 2 Timothy 1:6-7, and a nice little note from her. So literally every single Sunday I get to write this out. So she keeps it in her purse and then pulls it out for me, which is super nice. But yeah, anyway, what do you typically do each morning?
Right now I'm going through like a study for the book of Hebrews, so it's a nice little like book that has me go through everything really slowly, reading like the entire chapter and then going through each chapter like verse by verse. So that's been
There it is.
I'm scared. So I've been going through that, and it's helpful because while he's finishing up all the cooking, then I can ask him some of my questions that I have while I'm going through the book and everything. So it's really nice.
That is the biblical model, boys. Make sure that you are able to answer the questions that your wife has for you at home. So if you don't know the answer, sit down and solve it together, you know? And it's not really like a puzzle thing either. Like, I would not recommend just being like, oh, what does the Bible mean to me? Like, try to figure out what it actually means truly from the original author to the original audience intended, the context of the historical time, all of that are considerations. So do some research. Look at what people have said about it before, hear different argumentations. Some of the stuff is usually straightforward too, so if you don't understand it, like, you can always look it up and have that spirit of humility as well. If she asks me a question and I'm like, I don't really know, I will tell her. I will not make up some nonsense, especially when I'm talking about God's word. So, all right, let's get you shipped off to work, and then I'm gonna go get some steps in before meal 1. All right, so Megan has left for work, and it is actually very nasty outside, so I am going to save getting some of these steps for later in the day. Normally I don't do that. Normally every single morning I'm getting some type of steps, but as of right now I'm only doing 10K, which is way more manageable than 15K, so that's not going to be that hard. So I'll do them later in the day. But basically, I was going to show you guys the supplement stack that we have. This is not super duper extensive either. Like, I know that most people's supplement stacks are absolutely crazy. I just have this one shelf. And basically in the morning, I'll take the digestive drink, which is going to have apple cider vinegar, aloe vera juice, and a lemon juice, which is all down there. And those I will buy. I can't buy the lemon juice in a really massive container, but the aloe vera juice and the apple cider vinegar come in gallons, and I drink it that often because I have 50 milliliters of those every single day. So it's that, and then creatine and glutamine, which is in here. And then I'll take D3, omega-3 fish oil, and M factor as well. So we'll get the rest of the vitamins set up here to take this morning. So once we're squared away with that, then we'll probably cook meal 1. I'm just waiting on the marching orders for the day. So that's basically going to be the little bits of morning routine that I will do before I actually get into meal one, which is usually just the yogurt and the berries and the 20 grams of peanut butter. So that will always go down when I am reading the Bible and drinking my coffee, which is an absolute pleasure on a rainy day like this. So I'm trying something a little different this morning. I've seen people do like a whey paste, and I have a vanilla peanut butter protein here. So what I'm doing is basically mixing the peanut butter with the whey and turning it into like a whey paste that I'm putting on top. So it basically makes it look like there's more peanut butter than there actually is. But it tastes pretty good too. So we'll see if this goes well with berries and yogurt. All right, sitting down for the first meal and morning Bible. Now we got it nice and steaming there. There we go, piping hot. But we're also gonna give this a taste test to see if this whole whey paste peanut butter thing is actually warranted, or if I'll just keep mixing it into the yogurt like I have been. All right, let's give it a run. A little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of strawberry in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Absolutely warranted. The texture change of mixing the peanut butter in there is definitely not the same when you mix it with the whey and put it on top. So. Superior. So the yogurt turned out well, but I have overflowed my coffee. I'm very ambitious when it comes to how hot I have my coffee, so I try to have it like boiling hot. I didn't really have that much left from the leftovers from yesterday, so it was about a half a cup, and yeah, it definitely almost all spilled over. And by the time that I actually finish yogurt, it's not even as hot as I'd like it anymore. So, don't know what we're going to do with that other than clean it up and be sad. Be sad about it. So while we were in London on the last day of the UK trip, I grabbed a few of the tea bags from our hotel room. And basically now I have a couple of the specialty UK teas, which look higher quality. The leaves are bigger and the bags are nicer and everything. It's Tea Pigs, I think is the name of the brand, but we went with the Everyday Brew this morning, so it feels very weird just having like a different routine in some ways. Like I'm still doing a lot of the same stuff, but like normally on Tuesday I'm going to go in and train legs, but it's rest day today. So I'm like, well, I probably don't need as much caffeine in like a cup and a half of coffee. I'll scale it down just a little bit, but we have a black tea still just to keep things consistent, but a little bit of a different taste this morning. So gonna give it a taste test and see how it goes. It's super duper hot. It's good. I don't think I brewed it for long enough yet, so I don't think that I have all of the flavors in there. I'm also not doing any type of like artificial sweeteners or anything throughout the course of this week. So normally I'd probably add like 1 pack of sweetener to maybe like a whole big cup of coffee. And I'm not doing absolutely anything, but here you can see a little bit of how the bag looks a little different in that the leaves are really, really big. So, and there's a ton of them, but yeah, I don't think I brewed it for long enough yet. I'm going to spend probably the next 2 hours or so working here, client work, and then a little bit of editing for the YouTube videos that are going to go out so that you guys can see more stuff like this. But I also need to go to Costco and get groceries. And then I'm going to mail a handful of Ember Physiques shirts. So every time that somebody starts off, either just ordering one, but also guys that start new with me as Ember Physiques athletes always get a t-shirt. So if you are interested in getting a really cool t-shirt, or just doing your absolute best in natural bodybuilding, or trying to build the best possible physique that you can naturally, check out the link in the description, emberphysiques.com. Learn more there.
I'm going to pick up some protein powder and some blueberries. That way I can at least have that, because I'm blank packing it, bringing it out here.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, meal number 2. Again, I am genuinely extremely excited to eat this. So enough yapping. I'm going to sit down, put it down, and then we're going to go do some errands. All right, we are ready to roll here. Maximum comfort has been acquired. 49 degrees outside right now, but it feels like 36, and it is already super duper cold for me every time that I go outside, and it feels like 46. When it actually feels like it's in the 40s, I'm already freezing. So the fact that it feels like it's in the 30s today, I'm definitely gonna need this, even though the rice is keeping me a little warmer than usual. Like I said, we're going to the post office, we're going to Dick's, we're going to Costco, and then we're gonna come back here, get some more work squared away, and show you what the rest of the day looks like. It is also still super nasty outside, so we haven't gotten any steps yet, but it looks like the rain's starting to clear up now, so we'll probably go get those in later. And I just got an email that my cream of rice has arrived from Elevate, which is probably the most exciting news I've gotten all day. So that's what the next meal is going to be, and it is just in time for peak week before we hit the road and head up to New York. So I'm very happy that that's going to be coming with us. Let's go get these errands done. All right, we are just looking for a simple resistance band. I see fitness. Maybe it's over here. Strength. Oh, I see some dumbbells and stuff. I think that we might be onto something. Might need a backup in case I'm too super strong and end up breaking the one that I get. Oh, here we go. All right, so what we got going on. Got some options. How strong am I? 80 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I guess it's just the ones with the clips. That's all they maybe have. I'm trying to see how much they cost. All right, got the goods. We did settle for the 30-pound resistance tube, which was like 20 bucks. And I ended up getting one more thing that I was not planning on buying when I got in there. A little bit of a treat. So we'll show you guys that when we get home, but on to Costco. All right, I got you guys in my cart now, like you're my child. Let's see what there is that we need to get. First on the list, chicken. Shocker. Chicken. This number keeps calling me. Chicken. Let's go chicken, milk, yogurt, berries, sausage, egg whites, taco seasoning, Fairlife. Oh, Megan is splurging. She wants a new protein shake. And some water bottle cases for the drive up. Okay, 1 bag of chicken. Check. Let's go grab yogurt. And nope. Costco is probably either the best or the worst place to have a membership as a bodybuilder, depending on how you look at it, because It can be the best if you think, oh, I can buy everything in bulk, which you can. So meats and rice and all of that, I don't have to go to the store every 5 minutes because they sell it in really big containers. And the worst, if you think about how, based on all of the stuff they have here, I buy probably 5%, probably less than 5%. Yogurt, yes, let's go.
My wife works for there.
Stocking up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. It's been hit or miss whether they've had Greek yogurt the last couple times I've been here, so they had plenty today, which means that we stock up 4 containers, and now we're also going to get some frozen berries. Two of these. Okay. Do it. And then 1 thing of sausages. Wonderful. Gotten everything on the list except for the Fairlife, which we don't normally get that, so I don't know where it is. But I think it's towards the back, which just means that we're going to get more steps because we've already walked all the way back towards the front, which is fine because we're really low on steps for today. Where would there be Fairlife? Huh. One rule we should implement in society at places like Costco is there should always be a fast lane and a slow lane. If you're one to just meander and look around at all the things that are in the aisles, you need to move over to the slow lane. You need to move over to the side so that people who know what they're doing and who know what they want to get can just get it and they don't have to try to wade through this sea of people. Okay, so the Fairlife was not in the back. We're going to try the front by the protein. Let's see if it's there. Ah! Aha! Hiding in plain sight. All right, overall solid Costco trip. I know that they say that it's impossible to get out of Costco for less than $100. $18 today. We're not going to talk about how the fact that I used 2 gift cards and our yearly refund to get an $175 total down to $18. But it was $18. Back home now. All right, just pulled back in, and now the trick is, can we get all of the stuff inside in one trip? Because honestly, there's no other option. I'm not coming back out here. Well, I am coming back out here because I'm going to get the cream of rice, which is the next meal, which is supposed to be going down about 7 minutes ago. So let's bring this stuff inside and make that guy. Very, very excited for it, if you can't tell. Okay, got our package, ready to go open it up. I think they got like 6 flavors or something like that. I really splurged. This was not an easy purchase, but I was thinking about it for a long while because it does taste just so freaking good compared to blending your own rice and using that as cream of rice. So when I decided that I was gonna buy it, you also get a discount with a bundle pack. So we bought, I think there's like maybe $110, $120 worth of cream of rice here. So I'm hoping that it lasts me a long while. I'm hoping it lasts me through it definitely will be in the prep because I don't eat that much food in general. But when we're back into the off season, I hope it lasts me a long while there too, because I don't want to make another one of these purchases again. So on top of these, what I didn't show you guys yet either was the treat that we got ourselves in addition to this at Dick's, which was something that I saw on the shelf. And again, I wasn't planning on getting this, but it is a Ghost Cinnabon flavored whey, because we have a vanilla peanut butter one, which is going to go with some of these flavors pretty well, but some of the other ones not so much. So I was like, I kind of need something else different. And we ended up getting a bigger protein powder from Costco that's chocolate. It's really not that great, and it doesn't blend good with anything. So this is my treat to myself in prep while I'm not going out and having things like, burgers, fries, pizza, stuff like that. All right, let's check and see what flavors we got here. So this is probably the one that I'm most excited for because I've had it before. Chocolate cake, Very pumped for that one. That's probably gonna be what I actually have right now. Next one is a seasonal one that is salted caramel. Boom. And then we have another one that is seasonal-esque, seasonal-ish. Maple brown sugar. That's pretty fall flavored. So that's an example of one that doesn't really do vanilla peanut butter. Maybe it would. And then we have a coconut cream pie. Pumped. And then the other seasonal flavor, which is the signature cookies and cream. Boom. And then one last one. This is one that I'm personally very excited for, and that is cookie butter. So I ended up actually buying some cookie butter when we were at Trader Joe's because it was like, I think it was like another like seasonal thing, and they do away. Apparently they have a ton of fall products, and they get rid of them once the fall is over. And since I'm not going to be around, I'm not going to be. By the time that I'm out of prep, it won't be fall anymore, and all those products will be gone. So we got a couple of them. Honestly, I didn't get that much, and I'm not really thinking about it, to be honest. But that just reminded me of it because it reminded me that I do have some form of like a cookie butter or something that's probably going to blend with the cream of rice in the off season. Yeah, so let's pick one of these and make them up. So I overcooked the cream initially, but I think that I've saved it. We got a nice thick texture there. Got a little bit of berries. Got the whey protein mix. And we're gonna sit down and enjoy the mess out of this, probably. All right, so we're planning out our trip that we leave for here in 2 days. And what do we got going on?
Trying to get the spreadsheet ready to go. We did this for the UK, so now I wanted to do it for New York as well.
It was
This
very
is the
helpful.
one for the UK where we
With
had
our itinerary and all
the
that?
itinerary. It looks
Yeah.
sort of like tickets and stuff, so it explains our stuff for our flight numbers, what we're doing each day, the times and the addresses for everything. So now I need to do this for New York because I need to plan and I need to know what we're doing. I need to know what
It
I'm
was
wearing.
helpful last
I need
time.
to know what I'm wearing every day. I need to know what food we need to bring for you, food for me. Little things like bringing batteries for the scale. We had to bring 3 scales, one for your body, one for your food, and one for your salt.
Yep.
So
High
there's a lot
maintenance
of
for sure.
things. I know we need to add whatever this is.
This is a resistance band.
I thought it was a jump rope.
No,
I'm gonna call
it's
it
for
a jump.
pumping up
I'm gonna call it a
backstage.
jump rope, so I know what it is.
Okay, it's a jump rope. Sure thing.
So yeah, so we need to go through what we're doing each day that we're there so that we can decide on how much food we need and how much clothes we need to bring. I think it's gonna be really cold because it's New York and it's November-ish.
Probably. We'll probably wear coats and stuff.
So we have a lot to get through.
Hey, expert, in order to hit it 100%, we need an expert planner, and Megan is the expert planner. So
What I do for a living.
I definitely help you with this, but you do a very good job of keeping all of the stuff sorted out. So we're going to use that as our Bible, basically. Our source of truth, if you will. Our data source of truth. All right, I think I have all the supplements ready to go. Megan's going to read them off the list so we can make sure I got everything. I think I got everything. Go ahead and read them off the list.
All right, we got M Factor,
Check,
vitamin D,
check,
fish oil,
check.
ashwagandha,
Yep,
turmeric,
yep,
glycine,
yep.
magnesium,
Check,
creatine,
check,
glutamine,
check.
whey.
I don't have whey yet.
I can't tell what this is.
Dissident?
Dissident.
Yep.
EAAs.
I don't have EAAs yet. I do need EAAs. I will also, and then I got electroshred over here. Anything else?
There's
Besides.
one. I can't tell what this is. Ameria.
What?
IMERA.
IMERA. Oh, you're talking about intra.
Intra.
It's just my bad handwriting. That's all.
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes I have.
And pre-workout.
Yeah, okay. So I got pre-workout. I just need the intra. So the EAAs and the intra, which I might be able to just make up in the drink because we're only training while we're up there once on Friday. So I'll probably just do that. Yeah, that makes more sense, I think. It's Tuesday, so what does that mean?
Live from Hollywood.
What? What you got there?
We got. Sorry, I can't talk. We have.
Can you
You
give
may
us
not
a
be able
little
to
more
hear me.
insight to that?
We have some oats
I feel
with
like a lot of the time,
peanut butter,
my
cut
life was
protein.
always in a
Yep,
box.
vanilla
I felt like I
vanilla
had to
peanut
eat
butter.
until obviously one day
And 10
my
grams of
journey,
peanut butter.
Flourishing over millions of ways, but this was just a
Yum.
representation of understanding that
My oats are getting ready in that big bowl in there. Super excited. The most challenging part about this is waiting for them to be done because I microwave the absolute crap out of them. So they've been going for like 3 minutes and they're gonna spend another 3 minutes in there at least. Get them nice and big. We'll wrap up here for Tuesday. We'll see you guys in the morning for 3 days out.